Hi everyone, it's Paola. Welcome back to my channel. I do graphic design and art related videos on this channel. If you did not know that, where have you been? You can subscribe if you haven't, and if you want to ring the bell, that would be great so you get a notification when I upload. I just wanted to say that at the top of this video because I feel like a lot of people aren't subscribing that are watching, and I just want more people in this community because we're having such a good time here. So let's get into the video. So today, we are going to be redesigning an entire new brand. So we're reimagining an existing brand and creating it to be something that it's not currently. So it doesn't mean that the brand is horrible. Sometimes the brand is horrible that you need to redesign because like some brands, they're stuck in the past. Some brands, I don't even know where they're stuck. Like it's a weird place. But I decided to pick a brand and roll with that, reimagine it from the logo, the voice, their impact, their mission, their campaigns, their marketing, all of that I'm reimagining. So I thought it would be really fun to pick a brand that I thought needed a little help and do it in my own way. So it doesn't necessarily mean that what they're doing is bad. It just means that I'm going to do it in my own way if I were in charge of it. You know, if I could just start from scratch and build this brand from the ground up, you know what I mean? So I'm just taking a lot of their pieces, a lot of their elements, and I am just shifting that focus into what I want. So it's a really fun project. I encourage anyone to do it. It can be great for your portfolio because you're just creating your own made-up thing. There's no like problems with using the brand names or anything like that, and it's just such a good exercise in learning what it takes to build a brand and also learning what your aesthetic is in design when you are creating something, you know, a whole logo, a whole voice of a brand, a whole marketing scheme. So yeah, so hopefully that was clear enough. I'm not really sure how well I explained it, but I'm just going to do it, and you know what, you're gonna come along for the ride. So I have my computer here and I am going to show you everything that I have been doing. So I've actually already started the project, but then I thought we could do something together at the same time. So I'm going to show you a lot of the stuff I've already done and my process, and then we're going to create a web page for the company that I decided to make. So the brand I decided to do is Hanes. If you don't know what Hanes is, it's basically an underwear and basic clothing company, you know, like t-shirts, sweatshirts, things like that. And it also has a lot of other brands underneath it. And I thought of this brand because I thought of Champion and how Champion really rebranded itself into being a young, almost like skater brand, which Champion is under Hanes, but Hanes has not updated in a very long time. They've kept that classic Americana feel. Their whole branding, marketing thing is relatability, easygoing, family, and I thought, wouldn't it be interesting if we changed that up a little bit and created a whole new voice for the brand that has existed for so long. So in redesigning a brand, you really need to start with research, and luckily I found the Hanes branding guideline PDF. So basically I found their style guide, and a style guide breaks down everything that you need to know about the brand, like what their voice is, what their mission is as a company, what their logo is, what you can and cannot do with the logo, with the colors, what you see in all the campaigns and ads, and really what's important. So it is a great place to start if you can with a company or redesigning to figure out what their whole mission is. I was trying to be fun and easygoing, and then you know, you get me going and I start talking like I'm a professor. I need to chill. Another thing that's really important is understanding what kind of typography the brand uses and how they use it. And that is a great place to start because a lot of times the logo will have type in it. And so I like to do type-based logos, and that's what I did. So I started working from there. So the logo, I wanted to be type-based, and I decided to start with these H's. I decided to start with serif H because, you know, the original logo has a serifed H, and I thought maybe I'll keep that integrity of it. But then I went into script, I went into sans serif, and then I eventually realized that if I want to do a young audience theme here and recreate it to be this new hip trendy thing to get like underwear and basic clothing, is that I need to do a sans serif typeface because that is what is really working with young people right now. That's a big design trend. Very tight sans serif fonts. So then when I decided on that, I moved into working with the sans serif typeface. How did I want it to be? How close did I want it to be together? Did I want to combine letters? How did I want to make this brand feel? So then I ultimately decided that I wanted this ribbon look going through it, just straight across. I wanted it to be very clean looking, and I think I achieved that. And I definitely paid attention to how far apart all the letters were, where the ribbon went across, and I think I ended up with something really smart for the basic look of the brand that I wanted to keep. I wanted to keep this minimal style. So eventually I decided on this very orangey, tannish color, which I didn't realize I would match today, but I guess my mind is stuck in this color because I've been working on this for a while. That's my bad. So since I'm acting as the real designer here, if I were really reimagining this brand, I made the logo with Pantone colors. So if you do not have access to Pantone color books, which who does, because those things are like literally millions of dollars. They're like thousands of dollars for like 5 colors. It's insane. But anyway, you can go online on Pantone and find the color finder. So I just used that because I don't have access to a book. And so I made a variation color for the logo because I didn't want to have just one logo. When you create one, you have to create other options. If it were over this kind of background, I think this kind of color would work. So I went on Pantone and ultimately decided that my 2 colors would be the official orangey color and then also a purpley gray color, another basic, more muted version of the logo that could work in other situations. So I'm going to show you how to make Pantone colors into your Illustrator file. Little mini tutorial in the middle of this, but let's do it. So you go on Pantone Color Finder and you select your color, and basically you just copy the code and you put it into your design. So you change the color and just, that's like a normal color, it's not Pantone yet. You're just copying the color code so it looks the same. Then I take that color and I go into swatches and I create a new color group. So when you create a new color group, make sure that convert process to global is checked off, and then you will go into edit color group. So you've created the color group, now you'll edit, and then you can rename it from there if you forgot to name it, and then you will click on this little button and go into color books. So when you go into color books, what you will change it to is Pantone solid coded colors, because that's what is available online. And then when I copied that and changed it into that, it created a swatch that had the actual Pantone color code. So officially that is the Pantone color code. Now, this is only important if you are actually sending it to a printer, if you are actually creating it as the brand's color, if it is going to be the official color, the official Pantone color, it's important. Obviously this is just a rebranding, redesign for myself, not really important, no one's gonna print it, but I thought, you know what, be professional. That's how you do it professionally, and I thought I would share that with you. So like we looked at the Hanes branding guideline, which was very extensive. In a way, you're recreating that. So now after you've done your logo, you're going to make a style guide. So I have created a style guide that is simplistic compared to the other one, but it is a great way to put out all the info about the brand that you are making in a very professional way. So what I have done is created a title page and made this Hanes style guide. I created a t-shirt photo with the logo, and I am just showing everything that I am redesigning. So I'm showing the typography, I'm showing the logo variations, the colors. This is the official place that it all lives. So now we're gonna look at some ads I have created as if I were creating a new campaign for the fresh new Hanes brand, and I decided to incorporate English and Spanish into it because if you don't know, I speak Spanish. I think I've mentioned that before, but I never work with Spanish. I just recently did the Colombia travel guide, you know, and I thought that was really fun, so I want to work with Spanish more, and so I decided to make a campaign that was in English and Spanish as if Hanes were doing that. So this is the Spanish one, and it says somos juntos, which means we are together, and then I put comfortable in your own skin. So this is like a new way to see the brand. You see young faces. It's definitely a lot different than the family aesthetic that they had before, and it's just a new direction that I have decided to take it in. And then I also did a comfort one, so I just put like if this were a poster, you know, that you saw on the street, something like that. And then I have one that says cómoda, which means comfortable, but I think they still put out the exact same feeling and essence. And I, again, used the orange branding. So now what we're gonna do, which I don't know what I got myself into, but I really wanted to show you guys how to do this, or just do it along with me kind of thing, is we're going to create a web page for the new Hanes, which it's not going to be like an official web page, but we're going to be using Muse, which is the Adobe program to create web pages. And honestly, it's a really fun program, and it's very easy to learn. It reacts really the same way as a lot of other Adobe programs. So let's do it. So this is Muse. I am on Muse. I just opened, said new project. Didn't do anything fancy, didn't change anything. And then, you know, it's really reactive. So if you create a square like this, it'll drag the page down, which would then create a scrolling that you'd have to do. And so it's really simple, straightforward to use. So now that we've created a little bit of a scrollable web page, I actually decided that we should make a button just to show you if you were clicking into a new page. So we're gonna do that. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna change this part, this shop this look now part. We're going to create that into a button that would take you to another page. So it's pretty straightforward. When you go back to your website, then you have your home page tab. So what you want to do is you just basically want to create a page from there. So this is the home page, and you can go right or left or down in your directional idea of how the web page works. So we don't want to go to the right because this is a home page. It's a landing page. Everything from there you have to click into. So we're going to go hit below. Let's just say that we have a photo on this page that you would click into. It's gonna be a t-shirt. You're gonna click into that. So I can close that, and guess what? It's there on the page. So what we're going to do is go back into our home page. We're going to click on Shop This Look, and we're going to add or filter links. So what you can do is add, and then that is going to be your hyperlink. So when you preview it, if you go into here, you're previewing. If you click on Shop This Look Now, it will take you to that page. Okay, so that was my redesigning, reimagining, rebranding video. Hopefully you enjoyed it. If you did, give it a thumbs up, and I hope that it inspired you to work on something like this in your own. And it's really great for your portfolio, reimagining a brand. And yeah, ask me any questions in the comments below, or anything you want to see in future videos. I love talking to you in the comments, so let me know, and I will see you in my next one. Bye! I'm wearing yellow today because someone in my comments told me to wear more navy blazers to be professional, so sorry. Navy.